A lot of the times when I'm in depositions and somebody has a snarky comment towards me, I'll ask them, "Now, how did you want me to respond to that?" They don't know. They don't really have an answer. They kind of just go, "Oh, what I meant was," and they fix it. But the signal you're sending, and the whole point of it all, is to show them that the next time you choose to do this, it's not going to be fun. This is not what you're getting. That's the whole point of getting them to repeat. A lot of the times, if I say, "You know what, I didn't catch that. Can you say that again?" They can't bear to say that again.
It's like conversational boundaries. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So one time I had a case between two sisters, and it was about as fun as it sounds. Two older sisters, they're fighting over a company. Their dad had passed away. I had one sister, another attorney friend of mine had another sister. And my client was, let's say, very level-headed. She wanted to preserve the legacy of their family and the company. The other had very different life choices, let's say. And the other one wanted to sell the company. Well, they eventually came to almost an agreement on how they were going to divvy up, buy the sister out. We're at mediation, and we knew that this other sister there's no telling what she's gonna say out of her mouth. And I had already prepared my client for if she insults, if she says anything ugly, you're gonna ask her to say that again, all right? So sure enough, we get at the mediation table, we have a opening discussion, and the sister, let's say the more fiery sister, goes on this tirade and says how everything's against her, she hates everything, and then she looks at her sister and says, "And I've never loved you. You're dead to me anyway." Now that's sister to sister. That's like terrible. It was super sad to watch. My client goes, "I need you to say that again to me," and the other sister couldn't do it. She didn't say that again because it puts them out on a ledge where they can't really. They're not going to get the effect. It's not nearly as effective when you say it the second time.
The first time was through emotion. It was the amygdala.
You got it.
And the second time was you forcing them into the prefrontal cortex to make a logical.
You got it.
Yeah.
Now they have to think, does this make sense for me to say again?
Yeah.
Because the first effect isn't there. It's not as powerful the first time when somebody gives you an insult and you say, "You know, I didn't catch all that. I need you to say that again for me. Can you repeat that?" Most of the time they won't, because they know now I look bad, because all you did with that question is put the spotlight right back on them, and they can't take that, so they don't know what to do with it.